I'm just going to record this really, really quickly. So thanks for jumping on, everyone. Pretty excited to be sharing this with you tonight. And if you've been invited on to check out what we have to offer, you won't be disappointed tonight. So obviously you've jumped on because you are looking for maybe something a bit different or intrigued by what someone has told you. And we're really looking at, creating the best possible health, not only in Australia, but our aim is to go worldwide. So today's basically a little bit of an overview of what we call our Gogreencleanse. And over the next 30 minutes, we have something for everyone. You'll hear about an all-natural, 100% organic health range that is designed to bring your body back into balance from what food can no longer provide us. The Gogreencleanse has transformed thousands of lives worldwide, from weight loss to muscle gain, energy and vitality, improved sleep, and even relieve some digestive issues. It helps with skin, it helps with other body issues. It's basically something that we firmly believe in, and now we want to share that information with you. So tonight, basically, you're going to hear all about it, and it is truly a one-stop shop to getting you back into peak physical and mental health. So who am I, and how did I get in this position of sharing this amazing product range with you all? Let me tell you the story. About 3 years ago, I was approached by a good friend of mine, an ex-work colleague, and he basically said to me, we have this product that is literally organic, it's life-changing, you need to give it a go. I've been in the fitness industry a very long time. I just worked it out yesterday. It was 22 years I've been involved in the fitness industry. So when somebody comes to you and says, I have this amazing product for you, it's, for me, it sounded like just another one of those things. I've tried a lot of products, pre-workouts, post-workouts, fat burners, things that said that they would work and didn't. So to say I was, a little bit skeptical was probably a fairly strong word. So, but I've always been into health, and I've always, prided myself on trying to be in the best physical health I possibly can. At first, in my younger days, it was more for me, but now as I'm getting a little bit older, it is more for various other aspects of life. And basically, I have 2 beautiful children and a wife, so my health has changed direction somewhat, and now my focus is more on these 2 guys here, my beautiful daughter and my amazing son. So for me, health is about keeping up with these guys, because they do run around a bit crazy sometimes. It's about keeping up with them. It's about interacting with them. It's about, if they want to go to the park, I'm going to be that dad that's not going to sit on the bench and watch them. I'm going to get out there and be active with them. So being the kind of open-minded guy that I am, and the fact that I have a lot of respect for the gentleman that showed me this product range, I, in essence, decided to give it a go, but being really super skeptical, I bought a product set and decided to give it to my wife to try. I thought I was in pretty good health at the time, and my wife, after the birth of our second child, started to suffer some serious digestive issues, and she was unable to be the mother that she wanted to be to her children. And especially with our young son, Ricky, she was unable for the first 6 weeks of his life to not play a major part in that. So she was quite unwell. And I had to take over a lot of the responsibility. So it was pretty much at that time when, this amazing product stepped in. And she was on a lot of pharmaceutical medication. It wasn't working. She wasn't feeling very well. And we were really quite worried about her. So once she tried these products, it was almost an amazing turnaround. So within an 8-week period, she'd done a complete 180. It's very hard to describe, guys, and I was actually quite baffled at how it happened. But she experienced some great transition. She went to see an obstetrician, and the obstetrician basically said, I don't know what you're doing, but don't change it. So these products literally changed not only her life, but our life as a family as well. And then when I saw that, I just thought, wow, I've got to give these a try as well. So to say I was healthy, maybe externally I was healthy, but internally I was a little bit of a mess. I suffered from high acid in my blood, commonly known as acidosis. And I used to get really big welts on my hands in wintertime. They blow up 3 times their normal size, a lot of inflammation, and I was very uncomfortable. I also suffered from a form of diabetes called hypoglycemia, which basically means I had my insulin was producing too much. I was producing too much insulin, and have very, very low blood sugar. And the downside to that was if I had very, very low blood sugar, I would convulse, go into a fit, and it would look like I was an epileptic. But fortunately, people around me knew otherwise, and all I had to do was give me sugar and I was okay. So I had a lot of internal issues. And then within a few weeks of trying this product, miraculously, these things started to turn around. And then I realised straight away that it's not your external health that's important. It's the internal aspect. It's what goes on the inside that's so important. So I went to my friend and I said, mate, these products are absolutely amazing. You need to tell me more about them. So he basically told me about them, and he basically said, that's a picture of my beautiful wife there. And he basically said, this is how it all works, and tonight I'm going to share that with you. So over an 8-week period, not only did I have some great internal changes, and I can safely say now that I've got the all clear and I'm no longer a diabetic. My hypoglycemia is gone. I haven't had a fit in the 3 years I've been using the product. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But also externally, my body shape just changed because I was internally healthy. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about internal health and how we can change not only that, but also the exterior side of it as well. So that's my story, guys. That's pretty much about me. But tonight is more about you guys, feeding you some great information on what this is all about and seeing this, if this aligns with, your highest values. So let's move right along. The program is called the Gogreencleanse. Okay, it's a 28-day program, and it's designed to cleanse you from the inside out. The beauty about it is it's nature. So nature's always provided the answers for good health and natural living. You just need to know where to look. Okay, unfortunately today we are looking in the right area. So our products are amazing. They're organic. They're natural. They're basically what your body is craving for, that food can no longer give us, because food quality at the moment is so poor. So just while you're sitting there and you're looking at the screen saying, what are your 3 top health concerns? Just in your head, just try and think about what those 3 health concerns are. They may not match with these 3, but we've noted it down to these 3 because these 3 are probably at least one of them you might have, if not 2, if not 3. So just have a think about what you would like or what your top 3 health concerns are and see if they align with our top 3. Okay, so number 1, lack of energy. Fair to say a lot of people out there at the moment are tired, lethargic, run down, fatigued. Life is at a busy pace and they're just not coping. Number 2, overweight. Okay, Australia is supposed to be the country of, bronzed bodies and beachgoers and everyone's slim and terrific. It's not the case, guys. You'll see some stats in a moment that tells us the complete opposite. So that's another area that this amazing product will work on. And number 3 is digestive issues. They're out of control at the moment. There are so many different issues that, for me, I'm approaching 40. When I was a child, there was no such thing as IBS. There was no such thing as Crohn's disease. There was no such thing as allergies, nut allergies, anaphylaxis. There was none of that. So a lot of that is coming down to our food choices. So we need to make sure that we are trying to eradicate these problems. There are more, but I believe that they're the top 3. Just some stats, okay? If weight gain increases at current levels by 2025, 80% of Australian adults will either be overweight or obese. Now, that's a very alarming stat, okay? So the bronzed Aussies, they're probably bronzed, but they're not slim and terrific as what they used to be, 10, 15, 20 years ago. So it's very, very concerning. The other stats there, 7 in 10 men are overweight or obese, 1 in 2 women, but the really alarming one for me is 1 in 4 children are either overweight or obese. Now that's a very alarming stat. Kids shouldn't be overweight, kids shouldn't be obese. They haven't been around this earth long enough to get to that kind of level. They should be out playing, but of course, computers and bad food choices have led to this alarming stat. So, and as you can see below there, more than 95% of all chronic disease is caused by food choice, toxic food ingredients, nutritional deficiencies, and lack of physical exercise. Okay, so why supplement? Okay, excellent question. Why do we need to supplement? Well, we've kind of mentioned it because food can no longer give us what it used to give us. So here's an amazing graph that shows you the decline in mineral content of some selected vegetables. So back in 1914, when the soil was untampered with, it didn't have herbicides, didn't have pesticides on it. We weren't overcropping, we weren't mass producing. The soil quality was amazing. Therefore, the fruit and vegetables they were producing were also amazing. They were full of what they needed to be, full of vitamins, minerals, all the stuff our body needed. As time has progressed, you can see that there's a serious decline. We can't seem to find any stats past 1997. And to be honest, I don't think we want to, because that would be even more alarming again. So it's just because of what's happening in the world today, okay? Everyone wants to make some serious amount of money, profit margin, all these big companies, so that they start to mass produce, they start to overcrop, they start to damage the soil, herbicides and pesticides get in the food, all of a sudden the content of the minerals and vitamins, it just all drops and becomes really alarming. So to give you an idea, one bowl of spinach in 1953 has the same mineral content as 43 bowls of spinach in 1997. So that's an amazing statistic, and I don't think that anyone will be able to get through 43 bowls of spinach in one sitting. But please try it and let me know, guys, because that's a lot. That's a very, very big difference. So what it basically means is we are overfed, but we are undernourished, okay? So we need to change that. So how do we do that? Okay, what we've developed with this Gogreencleanse system is an amazing 4-step approach. Okay, and these 4 steps go a long way to maximizing our nutrient absorption and giving us exactly what we need from our food, because our food can't give it to us anymore. So we need to bridge that gap. So keep that in your mind. We need to bridge the gap from what food can't give us anymore. So step number 1 is to activate our food. Unfortunately, with the way that food is cooked, the way it is processed, the way it is packaged, it's losing a lot of its enzyme action. And enzymes are so key in not only in life, but in our cells, in the way that we absorb our food, and obviously the way that we get it to where it needs to go. So we need something to help with that. And the Digest Ultra is basically an active enzyme that helps break your food down more effectively and send it to where it needs to go. So basically what you do is, with your 2 main meals of the day, either lunch and dinner, you basically have a few mouthfuls of your food. You take one of those Digest Ultra capsules and you keep eating the remainder of your meal, and that will go a long way to activating the enzymes necessary to break that food down and send it to where it needs to go. Okay, so step 1, very, very important. We need to activate our food. Step number 2 is we need to cleanse the body. So you can see by the graph there, the intestinal area in the colon is very inflamed. Okay, this is pretty common in most people today, and that's why people are getting IBS and Crohn's disease and having celiac disease and having all these allergies, is because they're getting a lot of inflammation in their gut, and their body is unable to release that, which creates a lot of toxins. And obviously, if we have a toxic body, we start to have a lot of ongoing illnesses and issues that go with that. So we have 2 products to cleanse our body. We have a Your Probiotic Ultra, which is one of the highest probiotic strains on the market. And what the probiotic is designed to do is to break up all that gunk that is in your intestines, in your colon, and to break it up into smaller pieces. So on average, the average human has about 4 to 8 kilos of undigested waste sitting in that area. So I'm going to give you a bit of an analogy. Imagine it's a 37-degree today. Well, today was 40. So imagine it's a 40-degree day today, and you go and get a banana and you put it outside for the day. That banana is going to rot, it's going to putrefy, it's going to go off, okay? Our body is 37 degrees on the inside. So if you're putting food into that sort of temperature and it's unable to get rid of it, it's going to putrefy, it's going to go off, and eventually you're going to get quite sick. So we need something to break up all of that gunk. And then obviously we know what fiber does. Fiber's like the broom that pushes it all out, okay? So it's cleansing and it's getting rid of all that unnecessary gunk that's sitting in that area, okay? So step 1, we activate with the Digest Ultra. Step 2 is we cleanse with the probiotic and the fiber. Step 3, and my absolute favorite, is the Super Greens. And the Super Greens are basically 24 serves of fruit and veg in 1 serving. So what we're doing there is we're alkalizing our body. As I mentioned before, my body was very acidic, and as you can see in that little graph up the top there, I was in more of the acidic state. And when you're in acid or acidosis, a lot of inflammation, a lot of soreness, slow recovery rates. So when I was training in the gym, it was taking me a long time to recover, and therefore I wasn't maximizing my results. So what the Super Greens do is they help to alkaline your body, because your body's healthy state is 7.36 on the pH scale, which is just past neutral on the alkaline side. So we need to get our day started right. So we have some greens in the morning to help balance our alkalinity. And it'd be amazing what that does for your energy levels. You'll find that you'll be bouncing around the room. You'll have an abundance of energy. You'll be clearer in the mind. You'll have better thought process. And you'll really just be on top of your game. So that's why I love that product so much. It's an absolute winner. Okay, so step 1, we activate. Step 2, we cleanse. Step 3, we alkalize. Once we've done all that and our body is clean, step 4 is we need to nourish. Okay, so obviously we've cleaned everything out. We need to make sure we're adding the right nourishment. Okay, so we have 2 products for that. We have what we call our grateful protein. And what the protein basically does is obviously helps our muscles repair and cellular repair and gives us all the nourishment that we need. And we also have an essential vitamin. Okay, essential vitamins are very, very important to help keep the blood clean, to help nourish our body and keep it at a optimum level. So step 1, we activate. Step 2, we cleanse. Step 3, we alkalize. Step 4, we nourish. And that's our 4-step system. There's also some add-ons as well, guys, if you're looking for that little bit extra. Okay, if you're looking for a little bit more, say, energy, or a little bit more, to get your body fat down a little bit quicker, or you want to recover those muscles a little bit better, we have 3 products down the bottom. The Berry Blast is a natural, extracted from berries, energy type drink. That I have it with the Super Greens in the morning, and trust me, I'm bouncing off the walls. I made sure I had 2 of those Berry Blasts before I started today, so I was energized and pumped for this call. But it is great to have. Mixing with the Super Greens, it's great tasting, and it mixes well and gives you all the energy you need. The Your Repair Ultra is great for cell repair, so it's good for people if they're training in the gym and they're trying to get their muscle repair, their tissue repair. It's also great for just cellular repair in general, good for good for strengthening up the body. Ladies, it's good for the hair, skin, and nails. It gives it a nice gloss, a nice glow. Okay, so you're radiant, you're looking fantastic. And then we've got the Super Slim, which is basically it's just a little bit of a metabolic booster, which can help if you want to lose a couple of extra kilos through the process a little bit quicker as well. So, so that's our system, guys, the 4-step approach plus the add-ons. Now, I guess you're saying, Danny, there's a lot of stuff there. How do we take it? What order do we take it in? Excellent question. First thing in the morning. Okay, depending on what time you get up, you're going to have your greens, your fiber, and your Berry Blast. You're going to mix that all together in about 300 mils of water, and you're going to have that as your breakfast. Okay, you're going to eat nothing else. You're just going to have that, and that'll get your day started. If you want to take the Super Slim as well to get your body kick-started for the day as well, definitely take that first thing in the morning. So they're your first 4. Then we go through the lunchtime. We're not eating during this period, so our first meal is at lunchtime. And what we're doing is, as I said before, you have a couple of mouthfuls of food. You take the Digest Ultra, you take the Your Essential Vitamin, and then you continue eating the rest of your meal. At 3:30, you can have a snack. Okay, I take the Grateful Protein as a snack. I normally train about that time and have the protein straight after. But again, your call. You can have whatever you want, but the protein is a great option. Maybe around 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then your dinner, you do the same thing as lunch. Okay, between 6 and 8, you have a few mouthfuls of food. You take your Digest, you take your vitamin, and then you continue the rest of your meal. And then just before you tuck into bed, okay, this person's staying up exceptionally late. That's okay. Maybe they're working very, very hard. You've got your probiotic and you've got your Repair Ultra. Just take that. They're capsules. Just take it with a glass of water, and then you're off to bed for the night. And that's your system. So very, very straightforward, guys. We didn't want to make these too complex for people. I didn't want to make it too complex for me because I find it hard enough to know what day it is, let alone how to do this system as well. So very, very easy to follow. And then what we do, guys, is we enhance the cleanse with what's called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is the big buzzword at the moment. It's something that a lot of people are trying with some great success. I was actually introduced to the intermittent fasting about 6 years ago at a time where it was very unheard of. And it was the whole, oh, geez, you can't fast because your body will, metabolism will slow down, or, you've got to eat every 3 hours. So I wanted to go against the grain a little bit and started fasting and found I got some amazing results. And then when I combined it with the 4-step system that you saw just before, the results went out of control. So what we basically do is we have an eating phase and we have a recovery phase, or a no food phase. So as you can see on the graph up the top there, your eating phase can be either 6 hours or 8 hours. It's up to you. And the beauty is you can pick the times in which you want to do that window, that 6 to 8 hour window. It doesn't have to be on what's on the screen here. My window is from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, but you can pick whatever window you want. The idea is to have the 6 to 8 hour food window and then a 16 to 18 hour, what we call fasting window or no food window. Okay, so basically, as this graph suggests, at 12 o'clock you have your first meal, at 8 o'clock you have your last meal, and then you go through to breakfast the next morning, but instead of having breakfast, you have that shake, and then you have your first solid meal at 12 o'clock again. So basically what happens is the body doesn't start using fat as energy until at least 6 to 8 hours without food in the system. So my theory was, why would you eat every 3 hours if you're not utilizing your fat stores? So this system will actually help to target and start to utilize fat as energy. When the body isn't overworked with digesting food all day, it actually starts to rebuild itself. And what it does is creates more cell repair. Okay, those cells get stronger, which creates a stronger immune system, which means you don't get sick as often. You don't have to go to the doctors every 10 minutes. You're not getting every common cold on the planet. You don't have to put yourself inside a bubble because you're too scared that people are going to, put germs on you. Okay, you'll actually find that your body will start to rebuild itself, and it'll rebuild itself with a lot of strength. Okay, so basically, in summary, increase your fat burning and cleanse results through extending your recovery window. So we're just recovering for a longer period, so our body's in optimal shape all day, every day. You're feeling 100% amazing. Okay, and the beauty about it is that the intermittent fasting heightens the power of the cleanse. So the cleanse is powerful on its own, but you're heightening it and you're making it more powerful when you're fasting, okay, because the products can absorb more effectively. And same goes with the cleanse. It enables you to fast with more efficiency. Okay, so basically it's a perfect storm for internal and external health. So, we've got lots of people who've done this system, and here's some of the results that you can see. Just go through those as you're reading through. And I would say most people who have done the cleanse have experienced 1, 2, if not all of those. Okay, so there's some amazing results that you can achieve with this program. And what would it be without showing you some amazing photos of some transformations? So I'll start with the one on the top left. This is a great friend of mine, Bobby. When she started the program, she was 96 kilos. She was, probably in a little bit of the overweight category. But what I noticed the most was her face and the fact that her cheeks were very flushed. They were very, there was red splotches on them, and they were quite discolored. And as you can see, as her progress went along, her skin started to clear up. So what that means is that not only was she losing weight, she was becoming internally healthy as well. So, and as you can see, she's wearing the same clothes in those two photos to an amazing difference. She did this over a 12 to 15 month period. So it's not a quick fix scheme. It's a long-term system that just creates you the most amazing health. And the byproduct is actually you'll start to get into the best shape of your life. You'll start to lose kilos. If you're working in the gym, as you can see with the middle photo, you'll start to develop some nice muscle mass. So there's my great friend Tommy, who that was in an 8-week period. He went from a guy who probably looks like he's just training the gym part-time to a guy who looks like he's just turned into an absolute machine. He didn't change much at all. All he did was he included the products into his system, and he started intermittent fasting. So big results there, and big ups to you, Tommy, on that one. Then we've got Carlo as well. Carlo lost about 18 kilos in 8 weeks. As you can see there by the pictures, he has some amazing transformation, especially around his tummy region, and his energy is through the roof. And looks like the screen doesn't want to work. There we go. And here's a couple of others, guys, so you can just see some of the transformations. So it happens in every walk of life. It's not just young people. It can be older people. It can be middle-aged people. My son takes the greens every morning. He loves them, and it's a great way for him to get his fruits and vegetables into his body because he's not a big fan of fruit and vegetables. So we need to get them into him, and that's how we do it for him as well. So some amazing results there. All right, so some of the sets, guys. These are just some of them. I couldn't fit them all on the screen, but I thought these would be the main 3 that people would be looking at. If you're looking to get started, the starter set's a great one. Covers the 4 basic steps that you need to go through. These prices are for a month. So as you can see, it's about $220 odd a month. So you're looking about $8 a day, which is amazing considering that some of this is your breakfast. It's such a great price. And I always say to people, what price do you put on your health? You know, for $8 a day, really, that's an amazing price to be in the best health of your life. If you're super excited and you want to go all out, okay, we've got the Go Green Complete set, which also covers all of the products, as well as some of our amazing essential oils that perhaps we'll talk about another time. And that is, you know, you're looking at about probably $10 to $15 a day for that one, which again is amazing value. And then we've got a maintenance set that you can use month after month after month after month. And again, great value because this, as I said before, is a long-term system. There are other sets, but these are the main three that people tend to purchase to get themselves into the best health of their life. The other thing too, guys, we have an amazing, what we call a reward system. So if you're an active subscriber and you get your products ordered on a 4-week system, the company will give you points, a bit like a Flybuys card, okay, except you don't have to earn 200,000 points to get a free sticker. This one here is a great system where when you hit Elite Plus, for every $100 you spend, you'll get $25 worth of rewards points that you can use on free products. So you can try new products every so often. I know with my regular subscription, I can get free products practically every second order. So that's the kind of power that you have with this system if you put yourself into a 4-week subscription system, which the person who got you on the call, if you want to talk to them about that, they can tell you all about it in a little bit more detail. This is just an 8-week set. We do run some challenges, some 8-week best body challenges. The company basically have challenges every 2 weeks, and you can compete against other people and can win some amazing prizes. So this is just an 8-week set if you want to do that. And we're so super confident that these products will work for you that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So within the 30-day period, doesn't matter if you open them, if you send them straight back because you weren't happy, they'll give you a full refund. No questions asked, guys. And I don't know any other companies on the planet that are that confident in their product that they offer a money-back guarantee like that. So it is an amazing product. And the best part about it is it's trademarked. We have our own patent-protected nutrition delivery system, which is the active enzyme, which basically makes you look and feel younger. Okay, and as you can see with those pictures there, people really do look and feel quite young. So that's pretty much the information, guys. I tried to get through it quickly so I didn't bore you to tears, but I want to just leave you with this quote. You can change your life by changing your choices. Your choices become your behaviors repeated become your habits, and your habits compounded over time become your life. The question you've got to ask yourself is, which habits do you want? Do you want healthy habits that lead you in the direction of health, happiness, longevity? Or do you want habits that lead you down the path of illness, infection, disease, and not being healthy? That's the choice you have to make, guys. And we are here to help you to get you in the best shape of your life. All you need to do is just talk to the person who put you onto this call and speak to them about how you can get yourself into the best possible shape of your life. Thank you for your time, guys. I really, really appreciate you jumping on. Best of luck. And guys, let's get in the best health of our lives. Take care and good night.